And now I would like to present 4 time power methods. So the first is to select time. This is the most important. You have to know your time. You have to know when is the best to do what. You have to know yourself. Like for example, your mind's more clear. You're more concentrated in the morning, so you probably want to spend that time in studying, maybe like writing essays or doing problem sets, instead of chatting with friends or playing games in the morning. You still want to waste those times. And if you're more sleepy, like after lunch, you're not going to be efficient anyways. You can do those in the afternoon, like right after lunch for an hour or so. And second, you have to learn how to be flexible. Like making an exact schedule is a great way to start to maximize your use of time. But like sometimes, things can be moved around. There's something come up that can interrupt your schedule. And like the thing is, a lot of people get discouraged because they didn't finish their planning. Like, what's the point of planning if I didn't finish? Because there are things keep coming up. What you need to do is to be a smarter planner. You have to make a plan B when things doesn't work the way you want. So that brings us to the next point. What if you haven't finished your priority tasks according to the schedule? You have to create a sense of urgency. So, for example, if you are studying for a physics midterm and according to your plan, you're supposed to finish by 10. But then there's something coming up, your friends visit you, and then it seems like you need like 2 more hours, but at the same time, you have to go to bed because you have to get up early tomorrow. In this time, put off your work and clean your table for everything. Just put your physics book in the center of the table. So when you get up the second day in the morning, the thing that grading you is your physics book in the center of your desk. In that way, it creates the urgency for it. Okay, it reminds me I didn't finish last night. That's my priority task for it's the first thing in the morning. And second is to commit to a deadline. This one works best when you are delegating a task. And the deadline applies both to the people who do the delegation and people who receive the delegation. And last is to use the blank spaces of time. So always have the top priority in mind. So if you're waiting for a class or waiting for friends coming, you can always, if you have notebook, you can write something about priorities. And sometimes it's just nice to use the blank space of time to relax. Next is to have fun. So I think this is the most exciting part for me, is to reward yourself after each completion of the priority task. So, based on what you like, you can take a nap if you can get up again, and you can watch a TV show for an hour or take a walk, anything that you like to reward yourself. And also, you can turn a difficult task into games. Like, you can, challenge yourself how many things I can do in 1 hour, and that's always can turn work to a fun game. So now is the time for activity. So I talked to Castor before that I'm going to use him as a model. You're going to apply your knowledge of time management to help our client Castor to design a daily schedule. And before I go on, I need everyone to count 1 to 3, so we can break groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4,
1, 2, 1,
2.
3.
1.
Okay, so everyone let's get together. So once